Have you ever wanted to build your network marketing team outside your local area? In fact, outside your country? Listen to today's video. I'm going to share with you what are the best ways to build a large international team. Hey Pajama Bosses, this is Masha back from Brisbane. It has been a crazy week. November's definitely planning out to be just the most packed month full of results for us. But I wanted to share with you something that I shared on a webinar just yesterday, and that was the appropriate way how you build your team outside your local area, or how you start to do that. In fact, in our first company about 10 years ago, Miguel and I were recent immigrants into Australia, and so we didn't have a lot of people that we knew in Australia, but we had a lot of people back in Europe that we wanted to immediately contact, and so it was almost a little easier for us to start building an international team. And actually that was one of our biggest mistakes that we had made. We very quickly sponsored a lot of friends and family in countries that were more than 10,000 miles away. And of course, we were not able to support them properly. So, needless to say, a lot of them didn't make it. And so in today's video, I really want to share with you what I feel has been the more successful way of building an international team in the last 7 or so years with our current company. In fact, Miguel and I started, and as we started about 7 or so years ago in our current business, we promised ourselves we will not make the same mistakes and talk to people in Europe right here from Australia. So for the first 18 months or so, we exclusively focused not just on Australia, but on our city in Brisbane. And we built thousands of people team right here in Brisbane, Australia, because we knew that we can support them in a much better way if they're closer. They can get to see us at weekly events. We are able to create tools that will support them, and therefore they will grow much faster. Needless to say, you are not able to go and invest a lot of money when you have a very small team to have to travel outside your city or outside your country. So international network marketing is very exciting, but this is how you start it. This is a step-by-step way how you can start doing that. First thing that you have to make sure is, even though you may have a great contact or a great friend in another city or even in another country, that may not be the reason that you should start building. In fact, the very first thing that you must make sure is that the network marketing company you're working with is actually properly open in that country. That's another thing. Miguel and I wanted to be pioneers way too many times in the past, and we have learned that it is just better sometimes not to be the very first person opening the country. So if you're just kind of new to network marketing, I suggest that perhaps you don't take this straight on, but maybe later on when you have more experience. So how you sponsor out of your city or even internationally is, first of all, if you don't know anyone, or even if you have contacts, you start connecting with them, start creating and really strengthening those relationships. And then as you're ready to introduce them to your business, make sure you actually sponsor online, or sponsor over the phone, or sponsor over the net, meaning you're going to be talking to them on your phone or through Skype or whichever way you're going to be talking, and sponsoring them, and actually build a small team in that new country or new city. And once you have a small team of, let's say, 10 people, you'll give them a task and a date and a deadline to get to a certain number of people, and only then you will book your flight and go there to support them. And we have learned this the hard way. We've certainly made all the mistakes that you possibly can building an international team. So here's my real advice. If you are, if your company is just going to launch in a brand new country, so they'll be fully operational and you're kind of excited about international business, this is really step-by-step what you do. Make sure that you're first earning at least a good, strong part-time income with your company, so that it gives you more time and, of course, the finances to invest for international or out of your city travel. Then start prospecting and recruiting people in that area where you're going to build into. Let's say that your company is opening business in Australia, and you're not living in Australia. You want to sponsor at least 10 people here and actually give them a target. Let's say as soon as you guys have 100 people in the team, I will fly and do an event there. Just imagine having 100 team members bringing guests to an opportunity meeting. You can literally have 200 to 300 people in the very first event that you turn up to. this is the best way, and Miguel and I certainly have learned it the hard way, but this has really been very successful for us. So if you are looking to build internationally, follow this advice, and I believe it's going to create a lot of results for you. So on the webinar where I shared this advice yesterday, Miguel and I also shared a very special opportunity to work with us directly over the next 30 days. In fact, we announced our Start 2016 Strong Mastermind, which is a private mastermind group for just 10 action takers. And if you want to know more about this mastermind, make sure that you either listen to the replay, and the link will be below, but also, this mastermind is really for people who in 2016 want to go to the next level in their network marketing business. So if you're ready to do so, make sure you read all the below, and I will talk with you again next time.